Hey guys, Oscar here with Third Pedal Foxbody, and in today's episode I'm going to talk to you guys about Foxtoberfest 2026 and why I've decided to make the long drive from Phoenix, Arizona all the way to Concord, North Carolina just for this awesome show that gets put together every single year. So I've decided that I wanted to make the long haul this year, and these are the things and the checklist that I need to get done before October shows around and I need to get to work. So stay tuned for this video so I can give you guys my list of things that I need to get done before we make it all the way to Concord, North Carolina. All right guys, so if you guys been following along, you guys know that I've been working on my Foxbody Mustang for quite some time now. This car I purchased in 2022, and although it's been an awesome car to own and work on here and there, I think that I've gotten to the point where I've been working on it myself so much that I'm getting more and more comfortable doing things myself rather than just finding people to pay to do some of the work. So I've recently bought an HVAC box for the car, and that kind of motivated me to put air conditioning back in this car. So I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, where it gets extremely hot. My car, when I bought it, didn't have the air conditioning system. So I never thought I'd put the air conditioning system because my goal for this car was just to have fun with it, just drive it from time to time and enjoy it. But as you guys know, year round here in Arizona can be really nice, especially if you have air conditioning. So I went ahead and did that, and this past December I was supposed to go to a Foxbody meet with some of the guys that host Foxbodies here. Shout out to Foxbody AZ. And they invited me to come out and hang out with them, and I was working on the car since November because I wanted to get this car done. I polished it, I worked on the brakes, I did all kinds of stuff to it, and the day of the show the car just wouldn't crank. So it was kind of a bummer. I do have a video on what ended up being. It was the fuel pump at the sending unit, and I ended up fixing that already. But this time around it is crunch time because October is right around the corner, and I've decided that I wanted to make the long road trip to Foxtoberfest 2026. I've been inspired and motivated by a lot of the content creators that show how awesome these car shows can be and the friendships that are made over at these car shows, right? So I decided that I wanted to go ahead and make this trip. So in today's episode, I'm going to give you guys my list of all the things that I need to do, and I'm going to make it a series for you guys so you guys can follow along on my checklist so you guys can see exactly everything that needs to get done. So first on the list, I need to revisit the brakes because when I bought this car, I did do the 5-lug swap, and I did swap out the front calipers, and I didn't per se change the rotors or the brake pads because they were in good shape, and I just kind of threw everything on, slapped that on. But I definitely want to revisit that. And I also want to revisit drum setup that's in the back. I'm not going to opt out to do disc brake conversion just yet because I just want to get the car ready to make it out there. So I do have brand new drums for the car. I do have brand new shoes that I have not installed yet, but I am going to go ahead and open all of that up and look at all the springs that go in there, the hardware kit that goes in there. And I think I'm going to swap out the hardware kit, and I might even change out the little cylinders just to ensure that everything is done properly and corrected. The other thing I need to do is I need to bleed all of the brakes, and I just want to make sure that everything is working properly. Although it is drum brakes in the back, I've had good experience with, drum brakes. Obviously, you want to have disc brakes, especially if you're going to be going extremely fast. But my goal is not to get there as soon as possible. My goal is to get there and make it back home. So I just want to cruise all the way out there, go through the country and then just see different states and meet new people and have a blast with it. So brakes is on my list for number one. Number two is the coolant system. If you guys follow along, you guys know in my last video I accidentally broke off the nipple on my radiator as I was trying to change out the reservoir. So now I have to go ahead and revisit the whole coolant system. And the reason why I want to revisit the whole coolant system is because when I bought this car, it had been sitting for quite some time. And then as I was the owner of the vehicle, it also sat for a little bit of time. So I really don't know the condition of all of the hoses that are on the car right now. So I think I'd rather just, revisit the whole coolant system, because the last thing I want to do is be stranded on the side of the road because my car is overheating. So I might also opt out, if you've been following along, the trend is to try to do everything on a budget. So I'm going to be looking for a aluminum radiator, something that's a little bigger, because you know, the stock one obviously I got from just the local parts store, and the housing on the sides are plastic. So the last thing I want to do is for something to go wrong, you know, being way out there in the miles. So that's another thing that I'm going to be looking out for in the next few days. So you guys will come along for the ride. If I find something on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or, you know, one of these other outlets, you know, I'm more than likely going to find something there, hopefully. So the cooling system is number 2. The next thing that I'm going to be doing, and this is probably towards the end, right before October, is I am going to be looking for tires. I have to figure out which set of wheels I want to go with. I do have some 10th anniversary 18-inch wheel that I have, but I haven't been able to put on the car because the offset on the rear wheels is not the correct offset for the 8.8 rear end. It was made more for like the new edge cars, but I know that there are bolt-on spacers that you can use, and I'm still not sure if I want to go that route, or if I don't have if I don't figure it out, I'm just gonna leave the 99 Cobra wheels that are on there right now, and we're just gonna have to slap on some fresh tires on there and then just go ahead and ride it out like that. Okay, so I'm still not sure, but we'll figure something out. The next thing I want to do is all the fluids. I'm going to redo all the fluids, you know. I'm going to redo the fluids because I definitely don't know how long most of the fluids have been sitting there. I've already done the rear end fluids when I did my 5-lug swap. I already changed the oil in the car. But from now to October, I do want to put in quite a bit of drivability in the car. I do want to put it through its paces, because if anything's going to go wrong, I want it to go wrong here in Arizona, not while I'm in the middle of some other state. So I definitely got to do all the fluids. The next thing that is super important to me is I got to do the windshield. If you guys have been following along, like I've been mentioning, you guys know that when I bought this car, it seemed that somebody's previously had the hood fly open and it bent up the cowl. So when the cowl was bent, then there's a crack on my windshield, and then the windshield is actually loose. So the reason why I want to fix the windshield is because while I have the windshield off, I am going to try my very best to figure out how I can somewhat fix the cowl panel temporarily, just so that I can get the next thing that's super important to me, windshield wipers, to work. And the reason why I want to get the windshield wipers to work is because I just don't know the weather out there. I don't know what I can experience, but the last thing I want is to be on the side of the road waiting for a storm to pass me by and wasting a bunch of time. So I think windshield wipers are super important, and I definitely need to fix the windshield wipers, and make sure the motor works properly, and make sure that everything is functional in that department. So windshield wipers, windshield, and we'll go there. Now, this very next thing is also another one that's super important, because when I bought the car, part of this system worked, the other part doesn't work. So, and that's the lights. The headlights on my car, they work sometimes they don't work. So I think I need to revisit the wiring on the headlights, because one of my headlights turns on all the way, the other one doesn't, and my high beams don't work. So I need to figure that out. And I just want to make sure that my lights are working properly, because chances are I will be driving at nighttime, and I want to make sure that I have good visibility. I'm probably going to opt out for some LED lights, because I have the stock stuff right now, but I am going to opt out for some LED lights so that I can have a little bit more vision while I'm driving on the road. So, man, I got a long list ahead of me, guys. I got a long list ahead of me. So if you guys have any recommendations, or if you guys have, if you guys done this trip before, please put it down in the comment section. I'd like to know everything that you had to do to prepare for such a long road trip. Now, me per se, I'm not afraid of older cars driving far, because that's what they were made to do. They're awesome machines that were made to go the distance. And, you know, one day of driving shouldn't hurt a car per se, right? Now, although many things can happen, it shouldn't, but you have to prepare for it no matter what. So if you guys have made this trip, please put it down in the comment section so I can get some pointers from you. Now, the next thing that I need to do to this car is I definitely need to put some underglow, because the guys at 50 Asylum invited me, and they said, if you come out here, there's one thing we want you to have, and that's underglow, so that when we're all hanging out at the brewery, your car can be there lined up with ours, and you know, you have to have the underglow. So I think I'm definitely going to do underglow on the car. I've never done that before, but I got to figure that out. So that's definitely on the list for this car. Now, most of the things that I've mentioned today are just maintenance related, but nonetheless, I have to have some customizable stuff that I would like to throw on. But just this type of stuff that I have to get done, I know it's going to take me such a long time. My car is definitely not going to have a paint job. My car is not going to have no custom interior, etc. My car is mainly just, hopefully it's just going to get there, and I'm going to be there for the journey, for the experience, for the trip, to admire other people's builds, to get ideas, to have fun, to interact, to meet new people. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to. So getting there, making it home back safe, and just having a blast and experiencing what Oktoberfest 2026 is going to be like. So I'm sure if you guys have made it to these shows like Pony and the Smokies, Foxtoberfest, you guys know that it's pretty fun, and the friendships that you make are really important, you know. So I think that's mainly something that I look forward to. So like I mentioned, if you guys have any input on what I should be doing, things that I should bring along for the ride, you know, to make sure, please put it down in the comment section. I am bringing a small box of tools. I am bringing a small jack. I am bringing a spare tire. I am bringing, you know, an extra alternator probably. You know, I've seen those blow out. But if there's anything that you think I'm missing in my list, please put it down in the comment section. I really need to put it together. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys are making a trip to Foxtoberfest, please reach out to me if you're in the Phoenix, Arizona area. I already had one gentleman reach out to me, and I think I'm going to be following along if he goes. So it's pretty cool that if we can have several people from Phoenix drive all the way to Concord, North Carolina to the show, it should be so fun. So guys, once again, my name is Oscar with Third Pedal Foxbody. If you guys like this kind of content, please share it, like it, and subscribe. It means the world to me. And I think that's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.